Coming up on This Week in Procurement, every week you don't bid is a week someone else gets paid. Agencies are not waiting on you, budgets are live, deadlines are moving, and contracts are being awarded right now. We have 5 opportunities that you can move on right now, plus a quick positioning play for your lane. Welcome to This Week in Procurement, your weekly outlook on state, local, education, government contracting opportunities. I'm your host, Abby Souffrant. Let's get into the top 5 opportunities that stood out this week. First up, out of the state of Indiana, we have an internet safety speaker contract. Now, this is not a simple lecture request. The work includes live virtual sessions, interactive personal development design, digital safety instruction, critical thinking modules, and ethics-focused online behavior training. So this is a great fit for our education trainers, our digital safety experts, as well as our instructional facilitators. Now, this contract signals that states want consistent, expert-led online safety learning experiences for their educators. Next up, we have a contract that's out of the state of Kentucky for construction trade pipeline program services. Now, this contract includes a full program administration for trade workforce growth. So expect technical assistance, compliance monitoring, data system management, and quality reporting. This is a wonderful fit for our workforce program operators, our compliance firms, and our technical assistance teams. Now, for contracts like these, they are signaling from the state that they are looking to scale long-term skills trades in various pipelines, and they need structure and authority behind it. Next, we have a contract out of the state of Florida for emergency preparedness and recovery services. So this is not a single event disaster contract. What you'll actually do is handle emergency training, grant documentation, hazard mitigation planning, damage assessments, and reconstruction monitoring. So this is a wonderful fit for our emergency management firms or even our grant management teams, as well as our recovery consultants. For these types of contracts, the signals are deeper readiness planning ahead of the next storm cycle. Next, we have a contract out of the state of Connecticut, and this is for your technology data architect services. This is a full data architecture evaluation, so make sure you pay attention. Expect interviews with your data owners, platform assessments, target state designs, integration patterns, and governance frameworks. Great opportunity for our data architects, our cloud strategy firms, and advanced IT consultants. So for these type of contracts, it signals that a strategic push towards cleaner, connected data systems are a priority. And if you know a company that is well qualified for these opportunities, feel free to share this video with them. And last, our next contract is out of the state of Oregon for a state summer learning grant service with up to a $1 million budget per year. So this is not your standard tutoring program. What you'll do is you'll deliver evidence-based literacy instruction, enrichment integration, equitable access support, and strong family engagement strategies. So this is a signal for our education nonprofit firms, our learning providers, our youth development organizations. These are wonderful fits for you. And so the state is basically telling us they're looking to invest in accelerated academic growth, and they have a very nice, hefty budget for multiple years to support this project. Now, I want you guys to always remember, we do not pitch our services. We pitch 3 things. We pitch outcomes, proof, and reporting. Nothing else. Now let's take a look at our big map from February 20th to the 26th. We saw a massive surge of over 28,000 new solicitations that hit the market. Now that is a little bit above our average, so this is not normal volume, but what it tells me is that there's a lot of urgency out there. Agency buyers are clearing out procurement backlogs and are pushing major modernization and service delivery projects forward before the fiscal year really heats up. So two trends that are dominating in the entire country right now. We have facilities management contracts. They're not slowing down even a little bit. And there's a huge wave of agencies that are locking in next generation software and specialized IT systems. So keep those two buckets in mind as we go through each region. Heading over to the East Coast, what we see is a balancing act of modernization on one side, day-to-day operations on the other. So what we're seeing is active buying in environmental cleaning, fire safety inspections, and high-level strategic planning. So states like New York are zeroing in on niche community needs, and we're talking about contracts for faith services, which signals a real emphasis on specialized support. And then in states like Virginia, they are more focused on logistics and development mode for their students for storage as well as marine conservation projects. So it sounds niche, but what it tells you exactly what these buyers are looking for. Operational stability today plus community investment for tomorrow. Heading over to the South, they are in full growth mode. This region is firing on all cylinders, and let me tell you, it is hot. We're seeing heavy procurement across janitorial services, election voting systems, and banking and custody services, as well as a sprinkle or two of public health platforms. So the state of Texas has been a powerhouse in this region. And the thing that's really interesting about it this week is that there's a lot of focus on master custody services, as well as healthcare systems for large scale and complex processes. And then states like Mississippi, they're not doubling down. They are focused on facilities, pushing out multiple janitorial solicitations, and it's foundational to push upgrades to public assets. So the bottom line for vendors is that if you play in core services like public services, the South is where you want your eyes to be on right now. Heading over to the Midwest, they are all about safety, health, and building for the future. So the buyers in this region are actively purchasing rural healthcare workforce recruitment support, as well as new health hub services, and a few things in architectural and engineering services as well. So states like Wisconsin, they are focused on design and engineer work, which tells you that they're in planning phases for big construction that is coming up closely down the road. Now, this region is also investing in the well-being of its people and laying the groundwork for major physical infrastructures. So smart vendors will get ready early to pursue these opportunities in this area. Heading over to the West Coast, they are all about scaling, they are all about compliance, they are all about cutting edge consulting. So activity is picking up in specialized data forecasting, environmental disposal, arts program coordination, and youth empowerment services. California is making some serious moves in complex data modeling as well as environmental services. Now they're future-proofing their systems, which is really, really important and something you want to pay close attention to. And in states like Hawaii, they've been very consistent with standing out with a strong focus on youth and community programs, plus digital services for strategic planning. So the message from the West Coast buyers is clear. They are done with routine service contracts. They want highly skilled consultants who can tackle complex long-term policy and digital transformation challenges. Now let's head over to our Dear Abby segment. Dear Abby, what if I don't have a capability statement? Can I still compete? That is an awesome question, and here's the truth. Buyers don't need perfect paperwork, but put a pin in that. They need to feel confident that they are choosing the right low-risk decision for the project at hand. So start by being able to finish these sentences. We help blank achieve blank by doing blank. We've done it for blank, and here's what the outcome was. Even a one-page document will answer all those blanks. That's technically considered a capability statement. But before you submit anything, you want to ask yourself, what does a successful vendor look like for this project? That question will sharpen your pitch faster than any template ever will. Are templates great? Yes, they give you a guide on how to respond and what information is important, but a true vendor knows all of the positive things, the reinforcing things, the things that make them stand out, really your value propositions that you want to pull out that make you stand greater, stronger, and taller than your other vendors. Now, if you want clarity on your next best steps, make sure you take our government contracting readiness assessment. And if you want weekly structure, you want access to the contracts that we talk about and any other guided execution, join us in the Under Contract Academy. That's it for this week on This Week in Procurement. Remember, opportunities are everywhere. I'm Abby Souffrant, and I'll see you next week.